It's so silly.
These are the same blue, so you can mix them up.
Mm-hmm.
C E Oh. Sometimes you can put glitter on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the glitter the same color as the dress.
Oh, okay. That's an idea. I didn't think about that. Maybe on the real one, on the final project like this, we'll do that. Since it's just a practice one.
This is a practice. I'm going to make this a practice video.
Here, listening while I clean. Okay. I just popped on here because I left Instagram for a few minutes since I had done an Insta story.
If you don't know how to paint or draw, you just have to tell your mom that you don't know how to paint or draw.
Oh, you just have to tell your mom that you don't know how to paint or draw, and she can help you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you did this fabulous job.
And you told me how to do this.
I have a little bit of help. Little bit of help. So that's what I told her. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
They can use not any color, but I set out for her dress, yellow, orange, or purple.
Yeah, any color.
So the final project this is practice art paper. This is basic paper. But on the canvas, it's going to look a whole lot better. Thank you. She says it's beautiful. What do you say? Somebody says your artwork is beautiful. What do you say?
Thank you.
All right.
Just
Come around here.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's beautiful.
If they try, some days we could send in.
You think we could send them some paintings? Okay.
And you can make this a picture and put it on your home.
That might be a good idea. We could send somebody some. They might like that. Especially, hey, you got a little hustle in you, huh? You trying to become an artist? Yeah, I think you onto something. We could sell these. Yeah, you belong to me. We hustle, right? Team hustle. You're always on the grind. For real, she is a very good artist. So I can see her parlaying this into something. A lot of kids, I mean, when it's guided, it takes a lot of attention. They have to really pay attention or they get, not that it's bad, but the detail is not as good. And so they really have to focus. But this child will sit here all day long. You give her some kind of paint and some paper, you won't hear from her.
Special paint. Wait.
They don't fall apart. Exactly.
Special paints.
We're actually doing artist studies. We study black art.
Studies.
And so,
artist studies.
Yeah, we do a lot in the way of that. I mean, we just try to encourage that and, invest in pieces for the house and stuff like that. I just, that's something important to us. I was talking about that chair. That chair is actually a work of art. That's why I just was so sold on it, because it's just beautiful. But,
Stretching.
See? Look how good she did. And you've been outside. Go wash your hands.
Okay. Till
Bruh. What you doing, bruh? Go put bruh up.
what? Around her. Aaliyah loves painting. Aaliyah thinks the sky is around her. When that won't happen.
Mm-mm. Why you leave your shoes in the middle of the floor, man? Now, you have to be careful with this because this is not real heavy paper.
Yeah, this is special paint.
Yeah. But it'll work for now. Maybe I'll, I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I don't expect it to hold up.
Almost came inside.
Mm.
Hands are washed.
Maybe I'll laminate them just to keep them. I don't even know if the lamination will hold up though because of the paper, but I don't know. It's the original, so. But I like to show them what they're using first if we're doing it more than once, just so they can realize that it didn't have to be perfect. Because I would much rather done it on our good art paper first, but showing them, I just show them on basic paper, whatever that can, typically hold it. So the orange, the yellow, and the purple are for her dress and her turban.
Why didn't it yellow? Why didn't it yellow?
You can use whatever color you want for her dress and her turban on yours.
Oh.
And you don't need a whole lot of brown. Here's the brown brush. You don't need a whole lot at all, just a little bit. You don't even need a lot of paint because the paper is very thin. There's the brown, another brown brush. Here's the red brush. Here's the black brush. No, the blue brush. There's the black brush for the bottom. Give her, don't worry about the face. Give Aaliyah hers. I'm gonna,
Paint it.
no, I'm gonna use a Sharpie. I'm gonna Sharpie it back.
Look.
That's okay. After we finish, after you paint it, so you can paint over her face. I just drew it first.
Yeah. What kind of paint did you use?
So you're gonna start with you want to start with under her dress. You make it black.
She used some of that.
Here,
Boy,
do the black.
that paint.
A little bit down here for the ground.
Where you're gonna put the black.
Down here on the ground. That's the ground. Remember I said you don't need a whole lot, just a little. Be careful of the splatters.
But they might get on her dress.
Yeah, just use very little bit. And that tiny, you have that one, Tariq has that one. That one is just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of brown.
There.
That brush will work for her hands.
To do this.
Very lightly, because it's going to dry darker. So it doesn't have to be very heavy.
Here is dry darker.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
You see how this turned out? And then we're going to get the good art paper. You know the good art paper that I give you?
Yeah.
That you did the other projects on? We're going to get that paper and you're going to do the same thing.
It wasn't a project. It was just letting us paint the way you paint.
Squeeze it out over here.
I need red.
And you have to watch her paper. What you doing? There's two reds. Here's a red. Here's a red.
No.
This is red. This is
The
red.
red paintbrush.
The red paintbrush is here.
Can't get on the neck.
Take your time. Don't try to rush. It took a while. Even Zaya's still painting hers. Take your time.
Are we gonna paint another one?
Not today. We're gonna do another project, another art project today.
Bye, 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 bye.
We have to read a little bit of something first. But once these dry,
Why don't we use a water?
because you really don't. I put enough brushes so you don't have to use the water.
Daddy's on enough. Daddy's on enough.
You don't have to use the water. That's why I have different brushes for different things. I just brought the water over here. The brushes, I can tell you which one to use. Just use the same brush. What are you trying to paint?
That.
The turban. What color are you going to use for her dress?
Yellow.
Okay, well here's a one that you can use for yellow.
You said drink black. Actually, she did.
Okay, we'll use it for purple. Either way it goes. That one hasn't been used yet. On the bottom of the dress. That's the ground. See?
You can't. What is that? Me and a finger and red are painting it the right way.
And if I can include these in your art notebooks, they might hold up.
No, so that's
I can glue them in there.
You can paint it whatever way you want. That's like you just have to paint it red.
And that way we'll just have them.
This is her neck.
Use the napkin and clean your finger. You have a lot of paint. Don't fling the paint around. You got a lot of paint on that brush. Remember, real light. That's enough paint. That's enough brown for her face on that paintbrush. Because that's a lot of brown. Go ahead. You don't even have to dip it. It smells like an art studio in here.
Is her hair red?
That's her turban. Remember in Africa, you know how sometimes I wear my scarf in Africa? The ladies wear turbans and head wraps. That's her turban. So colored, the same color as her dress. You might want to use that. Don't fling the paint, little.
She needs eyes.
We're gonna do her eyes back after it dries.
You said a rhyming word.
What's the rhyming word that I said?
Eyes and dry.
Very good. So she's pushing the wall. That's what it represents. She's getting ready to dance and sing.
Black.
Make what with black?
Okay.
You want to make it with, well, you can make it with black. You didn't have to use brown. Not just use brown. You could have made it blackface.
Brown isn't black. Mom's tried. Basically, what do we make here? The sky. What do we make?
That's the sky.
See, look around.
And so when you display this, everybody does a different color. Like the other ones, y'all will probably see them. I'm probably gonna hang them up. But it's gonna look so pretty because they're all gonna have different color dresses.
So pretty. Not all of them.
And then, shall we do the man? First, we gotta start with the woman.
Well, the dog's not going to
See, this is how you decorate your house.
See?
I used to let the older kids do this. I went to IKEA and got a bunch of their frames, and I had in our formal dining. It was our piano room. One of my walls was full of their artwork, and it looked like a legit art studio. People would act. They were like, "Who did this? How did you?" They didn't realize it was actually the kid stuff.
What?
So yeah, they were all a huge little wall, and I used to sew in there too. So it was really nice to look at. All different sizes and pictures like half size and some bigger than this.
That dress is not done dry. My dress is almost done.
Take your time. To help, look, let me show you this. On these trim, you just take your brush like this, hold it like that, and just go around. And you don't have to, this one doesn't have to be exact. I'll show you. There you go.
I remember we saw 4 helicopters, but they're not coming out. There's only airplanes.
There. On the airplanes.
Because there's no.
Let's say look like worship. Yep, praise dancer. That was my vision.
Now.
All right, y'all. Let me get in here. What is this?
I
18
know
minutes.
that's done.
Almost done. So I'm sure I will pop
Look what I'm doing.
these up and the other ones in a vlog somewhere along the line. But yeah, I actually had the camera down and I just picked up the phone and did this. So yay for me, no editing. Completely raw.
Can you add some more blue? There's a little more blue, but I painted the top with my finger.
I like that one. I was going to use purple, but I decided to let somebody use it. But I like how that purple turned out.
Wait. Oh, there's purple.
Yeah, that one is really
The
pretty.
blue is jittery. I know.
The rest of them are. That's nice.
Well, why do you think it's gross? It's not gross. If you don't see where it's going, you'll mix the color. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I might need some edge brushes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Because the big ones don't work. That's what I was looking for. 'Cause I need
Here.
color.
There. To get along your edges. I know it's
This one.
details that y'all have to get.
This needs to be wet.
You can dip it for a second. Here.
Let me.
All right. Already. Get over here. Here.
I need to use blue.
Better? Yep. That's better for you. All right. So quiet. Anyhow.
Now I'm gonna use this is messy.
Be careful to watch your arm.
It's not messy, but it's getting messy.
Watch it.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
see.
messy. See?
Ooh, you did an amazing job. Love it. I love this. Look at there.
I have to see under it. I like the ones that
Hmm?
I gotta see under it.
Let me see under it.
It
I'm going
looks
to take it
very
over here so it can dry. You did an amazing job with that.
How did I make it?
Here, now you can just do something, whatever you want.
Oh, Zod. Zod, if you wanted to make random purple, you could have just used red and blue. I was. That looks light.
It's because he mixed the red and blue and made purple.
I need some more
little bit.
paintbrushes. Oh, wait, I was about to. I'm making my sky light. Zod, you can paint whatever you want. Mom said that.
As I did throw up another,
I'm
let's
trying
see,
to
did I do
find
it?
the
Yep, I put up another project on Instagram.
This one is good.
Some people, African people,
I'll just go.
a little craft. And I'll have to stick that in a vlog soon.
Where are we gonna put this on the wall?
Let's go, the other one's gonna go on the wall, the one on the good paper. This one's gonna go in your art notebook. So that you could always look at it.
That's your way to do
Mine over here.
good.
I said put some glitter on it. Maybe around in the sky area, I think. She wanted hers on the dress. I have another idea for this too. That would be nice.
It's wet.
This part black and glitter in that. Oh, that would really pop it.
You actually gave Zod 2 pieces of paper. You actually gave Zod 2 pieces.
I gave her 2 pieces of paper. Oh, okay.
Right there.
Okay.
I jolly.
All right, y'all. Let me get out of here and let them finish up what they're doing. Since it's nice and peaceful, I'm gonna sit down and get back into a book.
I'm done. Wow.
You're done.
This is. Can I have another piece? I need this. My paint.
All right. Thank you for joining. Leave me your comments. And let me know what projects you all are working on. And of course, if you want to see more, leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up. That lets me know that, yes, this is something that you
You
enjoy.
put green here. Here. I need some green.
You need some green?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
I'll
what
get you
I
some green.
needed.